Thanks for watching The 9.
Welcome back, everybody. It's a Meatless Monday on The 9. Chef Travis Parshall from Waltonwood Senior Living joining us to cook up some mushroom risotto. And Travis, you have brought, when you think about a senior living facility, I don't know if you think about really good food, but certainly that is exactly what we're seeing in front of us.
Yes, it's definitely a fresh environment. All fresh ingredients, scratch cooking, not your traditional, what people thought of as senior living. Things are changing every day, and we love to showcase fresh products.
Yeah, it's important for people to understand that this is not like being in the old dining hall at Michigan State.
So we got
sometimes that's good too. Okay, so let's make our risotto, and then we can talk about some of the other stuff you brought.
So we are going to sweat our onions real quick in this pan to start off with the risotto. So we started that already.
And we have, was it oil that you put in there?
Yeah, okay, just a vegetable oil.
A little oil, okay.
To sweat the onions out. And then we have arborio rice. There's a couple different rices, cannaroli rice and arborio rices that you can make risotto off of. It's just a more starchy rice than what your traditional rice would be, and it absorbs a lot more liquid without getting soggy. So we're just going to try to get a little bit of color on this rice, caramelize this a little bit.
So you're actually sort of browning the rice almost.
Exactly, okay. Definitely. Gives it a little bit of a nutty flavor.
Yeah.
When you do that, and the fall flavors kind of come out a little bit. Absolutely.
And then, because we know that cooking risotto is a little bit laborious, so from this step, there's a lot of stirring, right?
There's a lot. It's tedious. It's very tedious. So after we brown the rice a little bit, we're going to deglaze the rice with a little bit of white wine. Love that sound. Love that sound. So making risotto is all about stirring. The more you stir it, the creamier that it'll be. Okay. So we got to constantly stir it. Now this is a process that takes a lot longer than what we have here today, obviously. So here I have a vegetable stock. Now you could use a chicken stock or any other kind of stock. Today we're doing meatless, so we're definitely going to do a vegetable stock today. And then we're just going to slowly add in our vegetable stock as we go, 4 to 6 ounces at a time.
And how long does it take the process to cook the risotto?
35, 40 minutes of constant stirring would get you probably where you need to be.
Okay. And then at what point do you add in the mushrooms?
So once the rice is cooked and it's al dente in your mouth, that's the point in which you would add your sauteed mushrooms in with your risotto, and you could just stir those in. Now this is something that would need to be sauteed ahead of time, and we can use a blend of mushrooms. It doesn't have to just be one type of mushrooms. Some shiitakes, some creminis.
So let me ask you a mushroom question.
Yes.
Because sometimes I love them and sometimes I don't like them, and yours look really good. How do you get them so they're not, so you get all the water out? So
mushrooms have a lot of water content in them. If you keep the pan extremely hot when you're sauteing them, it retains that moisture. And you don't want to overload the pan at one time either. Okay. Because then it cools the pan down and you excrete water like what you're talking about.
Okay, so cook them at a nice medium heat for a while?
Yep, okay. And not overload the pan and keep the pan hot.
Keep it hot. Okay, let's just talk about some of the other things that you brought. I'm already sampling some of the mushroom risotto. It's very good. So we have a Brussels sprout salad. We have butternut squash. We have stuffed pumpkins. We have desserts. Our wonderful pastry chef, Chris Clark, did some desserts for us. We got an apple pie. We got some cheesecakes. We got some caramel apples. Here at Waltonwood, we bake all our own fresh bread in-house. This bread looks beautiful.
So it's a really nice addition to the new style of senior living and how we like to make things in-home.
Yes, I mean, this is like fine dining. Chef, thank you so much. I do want to mention Waltonwood is having an open house where you can go and visit and
Home for the Holidays. So we have an event called Home for the Holidays coming up, and all 7 communities throughout Michigan will be available to visit and come and check it out. You taste and
sample a little bit.
Sample a little bit. It's going to be a good event for everybody. Just contact your local Waltonwood. There's 2 in Canton, 1 in Novi, 2 in Rochester. I'm at Lakeside on Hall Road, and we also have 1 in Royal Oak.
There we go.
As well.
Thank you, Chef Travis. Good stuff. When we come back, we will find out what you guys are talking about with #The9.